They brought you all to this warehouse thing on H Street next to a Whole Foods. Sofar Sounds, the gentrification series. These are all yoga mats. This is a yoga studio. You're all about to get evicted. Okay. That's cool. They're diversifying their shows with like comedy acts, and with my race or whatever. Yeah, but this isn't that different from comedy. It's usually like Shelley Kim and like a bunch of emotional white dudes like in a lineup. I don't know if you're emotional, man. I'm sure you're really self-actualized and like smiley and stuff. I'll stop making this uncomfortable. It's okay. Yeah, I'll stop. Okay. Thank you for having me. I guess I'll start. My name's Shelley, but that's not like my real name. It's the one I got from Ellis Island. Can laugh guiltily, whatever. My actual name is Yeji, spelled Yeji, and there's a point in my life I wanted to go by that, like my real name. I was like, this is gonna make me cool and interesting. It did not do that. Turns out you need more than a different name. Like on my first day of college, I wrote on my name tag, Yeji, Yeji. By the way, we all had name tags on our first day. It wasn't me showing up like a freaking weirdo with a name tag, being like, hi, my name's Yeji. Are you foreign? You should be. Are you suspicious? You should be. Can't also speak English, right? Okay. And like this dude came up to me, saw my name tag, and was like, hey, how's your day going? Yeah, he. How's it going? Yeah, he. And I'm like, oh, bueno, yeah. Me llamo Yehi. Soy de Korea. No hablo inglés. And then he went away. Yeah, mission accomplished, guys, because that's how you confuse the Caucasians. Didn't make a lot of friends that year, but that was like my fault. School was in Indiana. Thanks. I'm glad there's immigrants here. I've done that before, where like I've like had my name pronounced incorrectly, and I'm like, me llamo Yehi. I don't speak English, and ever since the election, I might not do that anymore. Like pretend. I'm afraid like Homeland Security is gonna show up on my doorstep and be like, you're going back to where you came from, and I'm like, I'm not actually Hispanic. And it's like, we've heard that before. Yehi, get in the van. I'm like, oh man, look, you're sending me to Korea, that's expensive, so enjoy those tax dollars. All right, that's cool. Yeah, I was born in Seoul, I really am soy de Korea. And Korea's been in the news a lot lately, specifically North Korea. Hooray! Even to this day, when people find I'm Korean, the subsequent question is like, do you mean North or South Korea? Yeah, what could go wrong with that icebreaker, right? But I don't want to be smug, right? Maybe not everybody knows. So just gonna check here, North and South Korea, pretty different, right? Okay, I'm gonna keep going. So there was like a war. It's not done, so there's two now. Okay, just in case you're laughing, to like pretend you know. Okay, I'll use a television example. Like South Korea is like a flat screen Samsung television, right? With like 3D and stuff. North Korea is a cardboard box with hand puppets made out of like old radishes. And if you don't watch this program, you die, okay? Because that was their food source. Yeah, it's not that far from the truth. I was raised in like California, and no one ever asks me right after that, oh, California, do you mean NorCal or Alcatraz Island? Because you know what those have in common? Nothing, proximity. I like you guys. You guys are a cool audience. You guys seem very open-minded. I could have just walked in here and be like, who's also with the NRA? And you guys like, haha, let's see where this goes, okay? That doesn't always happen. Sometimes I'm doing a show, I'm like, yeah, comedy, this is cool, I'm glad I'm doing this. And sometimes you're the act in a show that reminds the audience, the show was only $15, so our options tonight was this or and pizza. So whatever, it was my standards. That was the problem. I was doing a show out in like a really desolate part of Virginia, doing something we in the business call sucking at comedy. Have you heard of it? It was like a red part of Virginia. Like when I say red, like there they think I mean Native American, and they're like, oh, what, where? And it was. I read the crowd wrong completely, and I was like, you know what these older white couples would like? Some commentary about racism. Yeah, bomb. I could have been reading like a Jezebel article like about the Communist Manifesto, and they would have laughed more. No one was mad. It was just super awkward because like I'm awkward, and some of you guys are staring at me like, bitch, we know. Like, keep going. Lots of confirmation. Like, to illustrate, I was at the bar the other day, and this guy, like, bought a drink for me, like, immediately. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't want that to continue, but I didn't want to be rude. So I said thanks by, like, shaking his hand and standing there. And he was like, I have to find my friend. So I'm like, yeah, I won. He left, yeah. Yeah, I didn't win, but anyway, I was out there on that stage doing comedy, if you can call it that, and like old people were getting up to use the restroom like old people do, and young people were like opening their Snapchat stories in front of me, and I was like, yeah, man, I wish I could mentally check out of this, but I couldn't. One guy liked my set so much, he started playing cricket sounds from his cell phone. It's okay, I didn't cry until like after. That's fucked up, but like how committed to being a dick do you have to be? That you have cricket sounds on your phone? Like, ready to go. Do any of you have that? You better fucking not, right? But like, because it's powerful. Like, that guy has a playlist called When Silence Isn't Enough, and it's just that sound and gifs of people going, which he was also doing. And like part of me was like, what if this is a good thing? What if it's like the cricket from Mulan, like Cricky, like just like really adorable. And you know, good luck. And I'm glad some of you guys got that, because that is really that is an obscure and Asian reference, but those words describe me. So it's very close to me. And that disturbed me, you know, like to this day. Like I don't like going outside late at night, you know, just by myself. But now I don't like going outside ever, because when I hear real crickets, I take it really personally, you know. Where's the hardest place to do comedy, Shelley? Rock Creek Park. Wow, there. That is immersion therapy. You know, but maybe it was like a good thing. You know, as Nietzsche says, whatever doesn't kill you just gives you lasting psychological damage. So, yeah, that's why I took that. Cool. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are roughly the same age of yuppies, I guess. Yeah. I know that's a really random thing to throw out, and maybe it's biased with like the location. But like, not too long ago, I did a show, and I got there, and it was a 16-year-old girl's birthday party. I've never felt more uncool than when I realized I couldn't impress like the target demographic of Hollister, right? Have you guys talked to 16-year-olds recently? Yeah? What was fucking weird? Like I was like, I'm young, I know what they like. Hey, Kayla and her friends, why are you here? Kayla and her friends, who here uses Facebook? And they're like, Facebook, we don't use Facebook, we don't use. And I was super lost, and I was like, okay, who uses Neopets? I know, you've got a cool AIM away message. Let's hear it. Shout out to the one girl who still uses Neopets. She was like, me. They're not starving. Okay, whatever. And there were parents there, and I didn't want to let them down either, so I just started like barking career advice at these 16-year-olds. Like, Kayla, you know what's stupid? Boys are stupid, but you know what's also stupid? Not learning JavaScript or Spanish, okay? So, listen, follow your dreams, but like later. Surprise, this birthday party, just like a seminar and what happens if you major in liberal arts without like backups, okay? It's this. That joke is dangerous in DC, because there's a lot of unpaid interns like, I'm holding on to hope. Okay. Just go back to school. Okay. Yeah, but do you guys use Facebook? Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I have stand-up comedy, because it would just be this and the internet. like at my old job, I had 2 monitors on my desk. Like one monitor was for like writing jokes, and the other monitor was for Facebook. And now I'm not at that job anymore. Yeah, I got discriminated for not being productive. I'm on Facebook so much, it's made talking to people really difficult, you know, like, especially people that I'm interested in, because when I see the guy I like in real life, I have to act like I haven't memorized his entire Facebook timeline history since 2007. Okay, some of you are admitting to it, whatever. Like I see the guy I like in real life, and he's like, hey Shelley, how was your weekend? And I'm like, you know, not as good as that Bahamas trip you took in 2010. That was pretty cool with your ex. What's her name? Like Rebecca Flanagan or something. And she went to OSU, go Buckeyes. Her eyebrows are so perfect. Where are you going? Okay. So I'm single. Yeah, that's really funny. It's so believable, guys. It's okay. My feelings aren't that important. I'm not picky with who I date, you know, like I try to screen everybody with like the same questions, like, oh, like, where are you from, and like, what do you like to do for fun? And if they're like some random white guy, and I'm like, okay, so were all your past girlfriends Asian, you know, cause like, listen, that might be a coincidence, but if all your past girlfriends were Asian, and you're just like some dude who grew up in Indiana, okay, seems a little too curated for me, okay, because I don't know if you're into me or if your childhood crush was Sailor Moon, all right? And if you're like, I studied abroad in Tokyo, I'm like, no. So that's deal breaker number 1 is like this Asian fetish. Deal breaker number 2 is if you're like already married, right? Like those standards high. And if you're both of those things, you're just like Woody Allen, I guess. Yeah, guys, that burn is 20 years late. I don't know if you're ready for this social commentary. And I've dated like an older white guy because I'm a hypocrite. And I was like, haha, you're like Woody Allen. And he's like, ha, stop that. And I'm like, what? It's not like I called you daddy. But it is, you know. It is exactly that. Okay, what should I do next? All right. I guess I'll go after this. Are you guys like, this is weird, are you guys like ever say something racist but it's on accident? Okay, you don't have to cheer. You can just nod. You don't have to like out yourself. Okay, yeah, it's fine. You know, like sometimes I say something racist, and it's like when a minority does it, it's like scoring against your own basket. You're like, oh man, I'm a part of the problem. Like I was at the bar. All these jokes are like I was on the internet or at the bar, and that is really accurate of what I do every day. I heard like this black dude approach me and said, "잘 지냈어?" which in Korean means, "Are you doing okay?" And that's not a common thing to know in Korean for anybody. Okay, that's like if I went up to you and was like, "Ahoy, Captain," and you're like, "Okay, sure, that's English, I guess, whatever." And that's how I reacted. I was like, huh, what? I don't understand. And he did not like that. He's like, oh, you're just confused because like a black guy is speaking Korean to you and you're not used to that? Is that why you're silent? Because a black guy is speaking Korean to you? Is that what this is about? Is that what this is about? And I was like, yeah. That's exactly what this is about. Listen, man, of all the microaggressions, I have not heard of this one. And but I didn't say that. I didn't really say that. All I said was, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm not racist. I didn't mean to do that. I'm not racist. I'm not racist. I didn't mean to do that. Guys, is that what it's like to be white? Do you know what I mean? Like, all your friends are like, oh my gosh, you're so basic, or you're so racist. And listen, I'm just trying to be me, okay? Just privileged and oblivious, okay? And it's not like because of his race. Like, nobody speaks Korean to me. Do you understand? Not even Koreans speak Korean to me. Like, I was in Korea last year speaking Korean and fucking everybody spoke English back. They're like, and I would ask the simplest thing, like, where's the bathroom? And they're like, yeah, bathroom's on the right, gringo, nice try. Yeah. Ice accent. And that was my grandma. She was like, yeah, you're gonna have to learn someday, okay? She's into Spanish slang and not being nice to me. Okay, cool. Listen, guys, I had an ending for that joke. Usually it doesn't end with but my time is up. So, guys, this was so much fun. Thanks.